Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. Uncensored, unedited, and almost uninterrupted. Get ready for the most extra podcast known to man. The Ace and TJ Show presents the Extra Funny Podcast.
Hey. Oh. Oof. I'm just going through this. You know, I had this article marked for for conversation in Extra Funny, but this goes literally more deeply than I thought. Okay, just the headline: man electrocuted by ping pong ball up butt during botched masturbation. Okay?
Whoa!
So that's, you know, that's the odd part. But then when you start really delving into what the situation was, say the guy died because of his he's from Czech Republic. So you don't, you know, so we can freely discuss it, not have to worry about running into his mama in the grocery store. So.
Right.
He's 30 years old, and he was trying to simultaneously satisfy multiple atypical fetishes, a practice known as autoerotic paraphilia. Okay. So this is what he was doing to himself. His unorthodox self-stimulation methods involved body wrapping, cross-dressing, anal masochism, self-fetishism, and lower abdomen stimulation with an electrical mechanical massage device. So, he lives with his parents, and they knew something was going on because they hadn't heard from him in a while, so they called the authorities to come check on him.
Meaning they knew better than to go into that room by themselves?
Well, he was locked in there. They couldn't get in, so they had the fire department or whomever had to pry the door open. And that's where they all saw his lifeless body lying on the floor. He was wearing a one-piece women's swimsuit. His lower limbs, trunk, and neck were tightly bound with plastic and textile straps. Next to his corpse was a one-handed electric massage device with signs of quote-unquote wear that he'd purportedly used on his nether regions. A subsequent examination revealed that the automated masturbation aid had malfunctioned when plugged in, while burns on the skin above the man's penis corresponded with the shape of the delicious device. Oh. This led the authorities to deduce that the man had died due to accidental fatal electrocution related to the autoerotic manipulation. Meanwhile, a subsequent autopsy revealed a strange foreign body in his intestine, which doctors later identified as a, quote, fancy condom in a plastic translucent box, end quote. It was affixed to a label inscribed with the victim's first name. And they said, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. The post-mortem probe also uncovered a ping pong ball attached to a plastic cylinder that the man had lodged in his rectum.
There's so much going on here I don't even understand.
So as a result of his dangerous carnal decathlon, the man had suffered internal organ congestion as well as swelling in his lungs and brain due to trapped fluid. Also had blood trapped in his heart chamber.
Wow.
Let's see. Unfortunately, this is far from the only example of paraphilia defined by the study authors as sexual behavior patterns involving unusual and socially unacceptable sexual practices. In professional literature, there are at least 500 types of variants of paraphilia, many of which may result either in an autoerotic or assisted scenario in a fatal outcome. Wow.
Whoa.
What's that one thing you mentioned in there? Like it said, body wrapping.
Yeah. Just completely bind yourself where you can't move.
How do you do that?
You can do it with, I guess the arms are the last thing, but you can do, you ever seen that shrink wrap that they give you, that you can buy for when you're moving, that they wrap around a chest of drawers to keep the drawers from flying out, open when you carry it? That stuff's pretty strong and big. You can just put that on a roller, and I would think, and roll around it.
There are so many weird things happening there at one time, though.
One notable paraphiliac practice is urethral sound. Okay, no, never mind.
Ugh.
I'm not going into any urethral things. I can't read that without getting squeamish.
I don't know what that means. Wow. So what are your hobbies? Well, I'm into anal masochism. What the hell is that? Punishing your butt?
But I mean, how?
But you've been a bad butt.
Yeah, I mean, woo.
But think of the time that goes into the, the preparation
That's
for
what
that.
I was thinking. Yeah.
Bound up and he's got wands on his stomach and then things up his butt. I mean,
There's wiring involved, and I'm not even joking about that. The prep time for that is
Sure.
And there's a condom in a clear box that's also up there. Like, what is that with his name on it?
Yeah.
and a ping pong ball.
Although
Yeah,
that's,
and the ping
that's
pong
kind
ball's
of
what
that's
killed
kind
him.
of a flex, though, isn't it? You got a condom with your name inscribed on it.
Yeah, I mean, what in the world?
How many do you have to buy before the company gives you that?
Kidding.
You feel really sorry for this guy though, because he's actually, I mean, he's way deep off into some bad.
Yeah, he should have already been in the hospital.
Yeah, I feel so much better about myself after this.
Ew.
So much is kind of a strong word.
Man,
Yikes. And he was a young guy, 30? Mm-hmm. Living at home, though? Closing his door. I mean, locking his door.
Well, because he's obviously got something going on that he needed to go to the hospital. He need help. But it's also in Czech Republic, so
aren't you also glad? I'm happy for his parents that they, and I hope they didn't see the body, but you hope his parents didn't discover him in that way.
Yeah, but to
They
know
did, though.
those things though, that all that happened.
I know, but seeing the body would have been
They
10
did.
times worse. You
they
think
did. Yeah, it said in the story that
saw
they
him.
saw him. Yeah.
Damn, that's terrible. That's just got to be.
He's wrapped up and.
Yeah, he's wrapped up
But-
with stuff in his.
But you couldn't see what
electrodes in his butt and everything.
But you
Like,
couldn't
what-
see all that. I would
Yeah,
think.
I
I don't think they once they saw him all wrapped up and all that, they wouldn't go like, looking at his butt and stuff. Unwrap him. Let us see what he looks. I mean, they wouldn't do that. I wouldn't think.
A ping pong ball. Are you into ping pong now? He's like, don't worry about it, Mom.
But I think it was some sort of a ping pong ball that had electrodes in it. It's like it's not a regular like that you would play
Yeah,
beer
I
pong
mean,
with or whatever.
it was just a lot of
Just
shit
yeah. And it may have blown a breaker.
Yeah, on the inside.
It said there was an electric malfunction. Is what caused the whole thing.
It's too much power.
What is it that you got on a? Oh yeah, he need a surge protector. On
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I gotta get a surge protector on all of my masturbatory devices.
Especially as using them all at once. You're supposed to use like one at a time.
Yeah, pick one thing. If you're into something weird, like stick with one.
Right.
No, that's the thing. That's what's wrong with him. He's got multiple fetishes.
Yeah, you should just choose one lane. I mean, you're now choking yourself and electrodes up your ass, and then electrocuting yourself above your penis. What? I mean, what is that? What's there?
Well, I think it's
all while
because it
wrapped
was
up like
yeah.
a mummy.
No, I think the device went over his penis, and then that's what the electrical malfunction was, and left burn marks around where it was.
Oh my god! You got electrocuted through the penis. Mm-hmm. Oy.
It's a lot.
And then there's a box up his. I mean, talk about square peg, round hole. I don't even know how you manage that. You put a box up there. Oof.
And you can't have a significant other with all of those working at one time, right? All of those different fetishi.
No, because let's say, because at some point you've got to. Well, here's something that I'm into, and by the time he's listed off about the fourth one of those things, any woman would be like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, hang on, dude, you're wait, slow down, you're way out of my league here."
But I mean, what if he's only got one and it's that wanting to be wrapped up? So when
maybe
we make
she'd
the
work around
relations, I need to be shrink wrapped and zip tied.
Yeah, I look like a dolphin. Just all bound up by my feet.
Because if you're going to do that, if that's what your fetish is, then you're going to have other things like underneath the shrink wrap to be able to do its job. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I don't. Maybe there's something where you leave a hole in the shrink wrap or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know the ins and outs of the whole body wrapping fetish, to be honest with you, because I didn't know about it until 5 minutes ago when you started talking about it.
And I wonder how expensive it is. I mean, that just if you're buying that shrink wrap stuff. I know when you're moving, that stuff's pretty expensive per roll, you know.
Yeah.
Riggins, that's something you couldn't hide under your sink.
No, I mean,
Like,
yeah, that's
that
what I'm
roll-
thinking. I mean, good Lord.
All right, what if that's the one fetish a guy has, Alexis? Can you handle that? Okay.
He says, like, every now and then, maybe once a month, I need you to wrap me up tight in this.
I don't like that. That's weird.
You're a prude.
Yeah. You
guess
don't
I
really
am.
love him. You wouldn't do that for Jay?
No.
No.
You're like, mm-mm.
Like, you go home today and Jay goes, look, I've waited to tell you about this. but I
Yeah, he has
gotta
like
do it."
saran wrap, like the biggest roll of saran wrap you got at the restaurant store. It's like, wrap me up. No. I'm good.
And the only way to get that off is to cut it off. You can't
Yeah.
because it's so sticky.
Just
And
the
hot
thought-
and sweaty.
just the thought of being wrapped up in that all and tight where you couldn't move, that would freak me out.
It's like those people that have an obsession or a kink of being like in spandex or latex and those latex suits. It's
Yeah.
weird.
I always wonder how they get those off when
Ugh,
they're sweaty.
Yeah.
Just I had to peel it off.
But I mean, if they're coming at you with 3 or 4 different, fetish kinks, as they say, the young people say, then it's just it becomes too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what. All right. So, if a person has a fetish about being wrapped up like that and bound with shrink wrap or whatnot, they need to go to the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah, something's up there.
Or sex,
Yeah.
rehab, whatever that is.
I think so too. But what if it's just those people who are turned on by wearing latex suits? They got to go to the hospital. Is that one? I think that one's serious enough to go to the hospital. Or is
But
that
those are
just
made for that kind of thing. So it's like an actual suit. It's not like you're improvising with some other type of material. Mm-hmm. So maybe like that's not as bad.
What's more acceptable, Alexis? If it's a guy, you say it's Jay, and he says, "I've never told you this, but I've got this one problem. I realize that it's wrong, and I'm walking away from it. I'm going to get help and not do it anymore." It's either wrapping himself up like that, or visiting those glory hole places.
Ew, no, let's wrap you up right away.
All right. Okay, so that one, wrapping up is more forgivable.
Christmas time, let's wrap you up.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. More of the extra funny podcast in 3 minutes. It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. More of the extra funny podcast in 3 minutes.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
Katie, the latest and greatest sofas and sectionals at Sweet Dreams are so bootylicious.
Wait a second. Did you seriously just say bootylicious?
Yep, that's right. It's our duty to please your booty.
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, your bottom is our top priority. That's why we only carry the most comfortable furniture from only the best brands. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a bootylicious deal to me.
Putting the X in extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
The TJ and Jody's House podcast is sponsored by Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Whether you're looking for furniture for the bedroom, mattresses, box springs, or the living room, Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture has it. Go to acetj.com/mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
There's a secret to saving on car insurance. Use the power of AIS. AIS shops dozens of companies instantly. AIS does all the work, and you get great coverage at a great price.
Whether you're looking to just have a good time with friends or make some lifetime memories with your significant other or your family, no place has more to offer than Gaston County. Find out about all the incredible opportunities in Gaston County right now at acetj.com/Gaston.
More than just a little funny. This is extra funny. This is the Ace and TJ Show's Extra Funny Podcast. Putting the X in extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
That makes this podcast sound way worse than it really is. You know what I mean? Putting the X in extra. I wrote that. Maybe I should rethink
You
that.
mean as in sexual?
Yeah, I meant like, these are things we wouldn't talk about on the radio show. But that is rated. Yeah, like we would have never shared that last story, which would be considered kind of extra. I don't know. You hear it, it's like, maybe I didn't do a good job of conveying my thought there. Extra. Oh, well. Too late.
Riggins, did you say this morning that you wouldn't have a problem with dating the woman with the biggest mouth in the world? I can't remember whether you said you would date her or not.
Yeah, but with conditions.
Right, as long as she's not going around showing that all the time and being silly with it.
If that's how she's making the money with like guys with, mouth fetish things, and that's like how she operates every day is like appeasing those kind of guys, I'm fine with it. But if that's like your whole thing, I'm not into that. And I would imagine that's the thing. 3 million followers.
Are they just following to watch her like, today we're going to do an orange or an apple or, whatever. Like today it's a Big Mac.
Because there was a picture with her with a whole apple in her mouth.
It didn't.
You would probably rather her be doing it online to appease people, some guys with a fetish or whatever, rather than doing it as a comedy act all the time.
No.
Because it just gets corny.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we've seen it. But yeah, I'd be more comfortable if she's just like, I do OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. There's something less controversial about that than there is about like appeasing the guys that want to watch you eat, with your, big mouth. I don't know. That's just weird.
Can you put your whole foot inside your mouth?
Yeah, I mean, ugh.
Could you date, say it's a different world record for a physical attribute? Like, could you date the woman with the smallest eyes?
No, I don't think so. I'm picturing what that looks like.
I wonder. I'm gonna look real quick. I wonder if there's.
What
Hilarious.
about the like woman with the smallest waist? Have you ever seen that woman in there? Back a long, long time ago, her waist looked like it was about the size of a donut. I mean, it was really, really tiny. What about a woman with the hairiest back of her neck?
Ugh. Hairiest neck.
Yeah, but you can't see it because it's part of her ponytail or whatever. It's part of her hair.
I don't know. That would still be weird.
Alexis, could you date the guy with the world's largest ears
Yeah.
or smallest ears?
I would maybe rather smallest ears.
Maybe
And then
just-
they couldn't hear me.
What about largest ear lobes? Just the lobe was
I
long.
just don't, and they're like flappy and stuff, and those, no, I don't like that. Ugh.
It's gross.
No.
Yeah, give me the little ears.
How about a guy with the hairiest chest?
No, not hairiest chest.
What? That's where you draw the line? Hairy chest?
Hairiest, not hairy. Because Jay has a hand, you like lay. No thanks.
Shag girl.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well,
He's got a
y'all
necklace on.
shallow.
Maybe.
You can't even see his skin.
Yeah.
It's so deep in
Like the
there.
necklace, like the cross disappears in the hair.
I just
Could you date the girl with the biggest eyes easier or the one with the smallest eyes?
Biggest sounds better.
Bigger
Yeah.
eyes?
bigger eyes.
Yeah, it looked
Could
like
you
one.
date the person? I looked up a couple here. The longest nose on a living person.
Probably not.
I'll be smelling you.
It would be hard to kiss him.
Yeah. I don't mind a nose, but not the biggest nose. That thing must be a honker.
What about the longest tongue in the world?
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
because that's like a sexual thing.
No,
I mean,
you don't see it.
you don't really see it
unless
in
it's unless they can't keep it in their mouth. It hangs
Yeah.
out like a dog.
yeah.
Then, I mean,
Sitting around
got a
trying to talk
problem.
to her.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Got problems like that. Rob had just a full-fledged Playboy weekend.
That's true.
He went Friday. Did you even get to take a nap to rest up for your big contest?
Oh, I did Friday.
All right, so he went home, took a nap. He had to get rested up for a Dungeons and Dragons showdown.
Yep.
And how many hours did you play?
Oh, let's see. Started around 7 and ended around 1 a.m.
Whoa! And where was it?
It was at a friend's house in Rock Hill.
Okay, so
6
you were at a friend's house. So then, just as they say, just burned it down, man.
Yep.
Just like burned it down.
Are there sandwiches? Is there food, Rob? How's that work?
I grabbed some cookout on the way.
Okay.
But no eating or anything during the.
I didn't.
thing?
They did. The other people did. I was good with the cookout that I got.
But I mean, there was
Okay.
no break for dinner. It was just you eat while you're playing as you go. Right?
When we start at 7, you don't need dinner after that. You should have ate before.
Okay.
Okay.
And
6
so-
straight hours.
So then the next day, what time did you get up?
Oh, I don't remember. It was really late, like 11 probably.
Okay. And what time did you get started on the next activity?
I played Zelda most of the afternoon until about 6 or 7. I went to a friend's in York, South Carolina, which is just past Rock Hill, to paint miniatures for the Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. So you got up at 11, played the new Zelda game until time to go at 6 to paint miniature game pieces for Dungeons and Dragons.
Hell
And,
yeah!
and how long did you do that?
I left there about 11, so it wasn't nearly as long.
Well, it's still 5 hours. It's only 1 hour less.
Yeah.
All right. And then
How many miniatures did you get painted?
Just one.
One?
Yeah. I was learning techniques.
Oh, that's right. Because you say you're not great at painting the miniatures.
No,
are you?
we did a couple things with a client before.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't great after that second one. So
So now you're better.
yeah, this one looked a lot better than the other ones I did.
when you went home after painting, did you go straight to bed or did you go and figure out, well, I got some peace and quiet here. I'll play some more Zelda?
No, I went to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He was exhausted.
Did you play Zelda on Sunday?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
I went to see my mom when I got up, and then came home and played some Zelda that afternoon.
Those miniatures are like the size of Lego, man. How did it take you 5 hours?
Look, I'll send everybody a picture of it.
It's a lot of detail on those.
Is it?
Yeah. And then you get into the fancier ones where they're airbrushed and things like that. There's a lot more stuff you got to do.
There you go.
It's just a lot. I mean, it's a tiny little
I know.
thing.
You would think that just a couple of different strokes that it's done.
Wait, he just sent the picture.
The Da Vinci of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, that thing is.
Oh, that looks really good.
Thanks.
It looks really good. That's after you finish, Rob?
Yeah.
It looks really good. That is a lot of detail, though. You're right.
What's a rabbit?
Man.
Do you get cramps in your hands?
No.
Wow.
Oh, that does look good.
So you see? And how many guys were doing that?
It was a friend of mine. The friend of mine that introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons was there, but it was his sister's boyfriend was there. It's his house that we went to, and then his brother's wife were there painting with us.
Okay. And how many people were playing Dungeons and Dragons?
Those are the people I play Dungeons and Dragons with. Yeah.
All right. Now, y'all been friends for a long time?
When I used to work at the escape room is when I met the friend who introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons. So, yeah, about 5 years probably.
All right. Well, okay, so wait. People who are into Dungeons and Dragons, you would have met at an escape room? That's weird. What are the odds? What are the odds of that? Now, do they listen to the show, or they just met you at the thing and thought you were cool?
At the escape room, yeah.
Yeah, so they don't listen to the show?
No.
Okay. Well,
a couple of their friends knew who I was when we were at a party one time, but not them specifically.
a couple of their friends, like
Yeah.
the cool ones that let them hang around.
They played nerdy board games, but they don't play D&D. That was the only difference.
Well, you got to play D&D.
Yeah, that's to be my friend.
That's like the ultimate nerdy board game, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's the next level for sure.
Next level of what? Nerdy
board games.
Yeah, like you start off with like you play regular board games as a kid. Like I played Monopoly and all that, and then I went to nerdier board games, and then I went to Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know what's next, but
So what do you get accomplished in that 6 hours that you're playing Dungeons? Because we know there's no winner in the game. Do you like advance the story? Is that what's going on?
yeah. So and the one I'm playing now is it's called The Curse of Strahd, and Strahd is a vampire, and they're trying to take out the vampire.
Oh, are they? Mm. And they're trying to take out the vampire.
Stake through the heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you kill him.
That is one of the ways. Yes.
Is garlic another way? Or is garlic just keep them away from you?
Keeps them away.
And I thought that was werewolves. The
No,
garlic.
werewolves are silver.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't like silver.
okay. Riggins, obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons or obsessed with pickleball?
Ooh, pickleball.
That's harder?
No, that's easier.
Easier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want that.
Okay. But you wouldn't want to participate in either, though, right?
No, I'd play pickleball.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a difference in playing and being obsessed with it.
Well, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. She's obsessed with pickleball.
There's a girl I follow on YouTube, and she's way into pickleball, and she's so hot. She plays with her family and like all her friends. Now she's she's in tournaments and stuff. But yeah, obsessed with it is much better than being obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons, though. She's out doing something. Bet her body's tight and love that. Right? I mean, that's the assumption. You're obsessed with a sport.
You would think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You wouldn't think, ooh, wow, she's got a hard D&D body going.
Yeah, right.
She's in there doing, Dungeons and Dragons and pistol squats.
Funnier than your average podcast. This is the Extra Funny Podcast, presented by Neogenics. Find out more about Neogenics at acetj.com/Neogenics. More Extra Funny podcasts next. It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. More of the Extra Funny Podcast in 3 minutes.
You hear it? Now see it. Watch Riggins' facial reactions, Alexis's banter with TJ, Ace's pearly white complexion in all its glory. On your phone, on your smart TV, this is Ace TJ TV.
Whoa! This is the all-new Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla from Papa John's. Bold Doritos Cool Ranch flavors with our signature flatbread-style sandwich for the zestiest flavor mashup ever. Only at Papa John's.
When it comes to making memories this summer, whether it's with your family, your friends, your significant other, there is one place where you can do it all. And that place is Gaston County. Go to acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston to find out about all the incredible stuff that you can do this summer in Gaston County. Hiking, biking, swimming, shopping, great places to stay, and things like the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail. Gaston County offers a lot of different and unique opportunities for you to make some incredible memories over the summer. And many of them are outdoors. This is a special time of the year, not too hot, just right for zip lines or hiking, biking, getting out on the trails. Makes no difference. They've got it all. Whether you're a novice or you're experienced in whatever you want to do, Gaston County has something special for you. Go to acetj.com/Gaston and find out all about the incredible things to do this summer in Gaston County. That's acetj.com/Gaston to find out what's happening in Gaston County.
Putting the X in extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
Katie, the latest and greatest sofas and sectionals at Sweet Dreams are so bootylicious.
Wait a second. Did you seriously just say bootylicious?
Yep, that's right. It's our duty to please your booty.
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, your bottom is our top priority. That's why we only carry the most comfortable furniture from only the best brands. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a bootylicious deal to me.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet.
More than just a little funny. This is Extra Funny. This is the Ace and TJ Show's Extra Funny Podcast. More than just a little funny. More than just average funny. This is Extra Funny. It's the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
Ace, you want to go viral? I got something for you. I got an idea.
Okay.
Because, you know, I think I possess a special gift from the Lord in trolling peoples. I say, make videos of your wife in labor and all that like you normally would. And then right after that, make videos of you getting a daddy makeover.
What's a daddy makeover?
What is a daddy makeover exactly?
Well, whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
Like, she got a push present, so we're not doing a mommy makeover.
Right.
Because mommy's young.
Yeah.
Mommy's got to make over herself after this, you know, she recoups from this childbirth. See, you say all this.
Right.
She can snap back a lot easier because she's young. So you need a daddy makeover where you go get, like, say, Botox or massages and those kinds of treatments, just like full rejuvenation of everything. And then also, like, show some videos of mommy dealing with the kid at night and all that while you're off at a spa weekend.
Yeah. That would be a great idea because there's a girl that gets it. Really is a great idea because there was a girl that was doing a series of videos about it's just a day in the life of being like a Major League Baseball wife or whatever. And it was just or being a trophy wife or a trophy girlfriend. I think it was a trophy girlfriend. And it was like, got up early at 8:30, had my greens for the day, did some stretching, and so got my chores done. It was just showed her making the bed. And she's completely trolling people and reading the comments. Mm-hmm. She's getting millions of hits. And a lot of the comments are like, you know, good for you, girl, you do you. But a lot of comments are people losing their minds. And she's like, then I had to be dressed and ready because when he comes home, we'll either go out to eat or he brings home takeout. And she's dressed super cute, like when the guy comes in from his day. And people are going crazy. And it was hilarious to us. Like, you've got to get the joke in this. It's very funny. That's a good idea, though.
Is it possible to be a trophy girlfriend? I don't
Well,
think
guess
you can
if
be.
I don't know if you'd be if you didn't work and stayed at home all the time and your responsibility, you were just like hanging out around the house, and he
You're
would
just a girlfriend.
yeah. And he provided everything. Wouldn't it? You weren't married, but you would still be a trophy girlfriend.
I don't know. I think that you've got to be in a more serious relationship to be a trophy.
You think?
Like you got to have a commitment. This is my trophy wife. I married her because it's like winning a prize. She's my trophy because, she's here to make me look good and all that. I just don't think a girlfriend relationship is serious enough to
Even
be
if they live
considered a
together?
trophy. No. Then it's just, this is my, this is my shack up honey
Shack up, honey.
that looks really good. It needs a home. Basically, you're saying that you're, if you're just a girlfriend or whatever, then if you're a trophy, then you're actually I don't know. He's letting you live in his place, in his house.
Yeah.
Because maybe you're homeless and he's giving to the homeless or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Trophy girlfriend. And I'm just spitballing things here. I've never really thought about it until now, which is a good place to do these things on Extra Funny.
Yeah. I absolutely think it could be a thing.
You do?
Yeah.
You think a girlfriend is important enough to be considered a trophy something?
Yeah. Because I think trophy implies that it's all about looks, not what she brings to the relationship at all. It's solely it's the trophy, like arm candy.
Okay.
Solely on looks.
So you got to have money to have a trophy girlfriend or wife.
Probably. I think that's
I've
typical.
always thought so. Yeah.
And you remember when women found that to be an insulting term?
Yes.
You remember that? That was back in probably around still had shame year is when that was. But after that, it's no more the year of having shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm and they wear it as a badge. But yeah, if you're a trophy girlfriend, that means that you're just you don't have a place to live, right?
So it's one way of framing
You're
it.
unhoused. You're unhoused at the moment.
I just opened my TikTok to look and see if there was what would be under hashtag trophy wife. Don't act like it's not listening. Number 1 on my list, trophy wife.
Really?
And I had not been looking up trophy wife earlier.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, number 1 is day in the life of a trophy wife.
Yeah. Does the term trophy girlfriend exist out there?
But why should she feel shame if what's the shame in that?
By saying that, because it used to imply that it's just a trophy wife because there's really not a true love or relationship there. The only reason she wants him is because he's got money, and the only reason he wants her is because she's beautiful and looks good. Him walking around with a trophy, like her mind doesn't count, her personality doesn't count. It's just that she looks good, and she looks like a trophy for this man to carry around to impress all of his rich friends and stuff. See, that they used to not like that being thought of in that way. But now they look at it like success.
There's a trophy girlfriend. Yep. There are quite a few of them that say they're trophy girlfriends.
Okay, and it also goes along with some sort of a high level of ego.
On her part?
Yeah, if you're referring to yourself as a trophy girlfriend, then you're saying, yeah, I'm so beautiful that he gets to walk around with me like a trophy because he's not good looking.
Yeah, I get you. But it's usually, see, what I think changed is it used to be other people referring to her as a trophy wife. And now it's embracing it. Let me show you how I live my life as a trophy wife.
Yeah, I don't mean this particular one.
No, I know.
I know the one that Ace used as an example was satirical.
Yeah. And I think that was what it was originally looked at, like, oh, she's a trophy wife.
Yeah.
Not knowing the full context. But now they're going, I'm a trophy wife. It kind of changes it a little bit. And I can see how.
Does anybody ever comment those like you're not hot enough to be a trophy wife?
I've never seen that particular comment. You're not hot enough to be a trophy wife.
You're not a trophy. You're more like a bronze medal.
Sorry.
You're like a blue ribbon pig.
Right.
I don't mean to be
no,
rude,
I'm not
but
saying it. I haven't seen any of them in question here, but I do know that there has to be sometimes people think more of themselves than others. Like, yeah, I'm just a trophy wife. Okay, but not first place trophy. Everybody gets a trophy's wife.
Your participation.
I'm a participation trophy wife.
Well,
look at him running around there with his participation trophy wife. That's what I got. See, I used to call my wife my trophy wife as a joke. But then she's like, stop calling me that.
What a jerk.
I know.
It's like, just go with it.
And she does on most things. I don't know why she didn't like that one. It may have been that somebody said she doesn't look like much of a trophy wife to me or something. You know,
could have been the fact that
I think it was
she
her
handles
mom.
everything around your house. And like,
Yeah.
it's like,
See, that was the joke. Is that,
and she was like, "Don't call me that because I handle a lot of stuff here."
Mm-hmm. And we're almost the same age, and I don't have enough money to have a trophy wife. The whole thing was just a joke, but you know how a lot of people, I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but a lot of people that listen to our various shows every day have no sense of humor.
It's shocking, isn't it?
They don't find anything to be particularly comedic. And I'll always ask, what do you find to be funny? That is not funny. And da-da-da. What is it that you watch or listen to that makes you laugh?
Yeah.
I mean, and then they think I'm being a smart ass and they get all mad even more. And I say, no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I genuinely want to know, what is it that you find to be funny? And it's usually something like Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Rob, I've said all along that you have a double sense of humor because you can find all that hokey superhero stuff to be funny, but then you also find real, wit and satire in things that are smart.
Thanks.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.